going on, dudes? It's your dude, Jeff Dude, and welcome back to Genshin Impact. Picking up where we left off, we took on one of our biggest battles yet in this game. We were facing off Chowde, who was one of the Fatui members. We were negotiating with him, trying to be friendly with him, and then he decided to take us on when we were looking at the Suvia in the Golden House, and he fought us for that. We managed to defeat him, but he took us by surprise and managed tried to take it. But it turns out it was a setup. So we realized that it was a fake death with a fake Geo/Sigil permission, I believe. And because of that, he formed up a plan to get Rex Lapis out of his hiding place, which I don't know where he is, and release the god known as the Orseal, which is the Orgel of the Vortex. I can't remember if that first spot's correct, but it was something close to that. And we got a lot of guys coming in to help us out, including the people of Liyue, the heroes of Liyue, all the characters we met. We had the Millith involved, and even the Adepti to join us in defeating the god, along with the Fatuis in the battle as well. So we managed to defeat all of that, and everything was fine for now. Unfortunately, Ningguang has sacrificed her Jade Palace. I thought she actually sacrificed herself at first, but I realized she sacrificed her her floating island, which is the Jade Palace, Jade Chamber, sorry. And because of that, it's gone. But we managed to stop the guy from coming in, from destroying Liyue. So now we took care of that. We're now looking for Zhongli to get some answers that happened from last episode. Oh, before we do that, though, I almost forgot to do this. I'm gonna wish for another character. I did wish for a new character last episode, and I managed to get Xingyang, which I'll quickly show you guys right now. She's our new member of our party, and as you can see, she's a musician. I like that. Pretty cool. But let's wish for another character. I would like for another character to join us. So let's see what we got. It looks like we got Lynette, which we already have her. I remember that we had her copy last episode as well, so apparently we got her again. Interesting, but unfortunately that's not gonna count for new characters, so I'm gonna try to wish for another one if I can. Looks like we got Yunjin, but I remember we have her as well, so let's count. Whoa! We got a 5-star weapon. That's really cool. That could be handy. I'll have a look at it later on and see which characters I can give it to. I still want a new character. I've only got one more round of big wishes, so hopefully I can get someone new. Nope, that's the last slot. Well, I'm all out, but I can get some more. Just need to get to the shops. Bargain for more Stardust. Oh wait, I can get one of these characters. Let's get Bennett. I can get him for some Stardust exchange.
This is your team? Cool. I like the vibe. Yeah. I'm Bennett, leader of Benny's adventure team. Any chance we could team up? Please?
Nice to meet you, Bennett. Welcome to the team. We're glad to have you here. Wanted someone new to join us today, and you've been the lucky man to join us. So welcome. So yeah, we've got Bennett. I wanted to get a new character from the wishing skies or whatever you want to call it, but we've already got him from the shop, so that's fine. I'll grab some more Stardust later on. But for now, let's head to Zhongli. Let's actually have a look at Ben first. And also, I gotta add some extra powers to Yeonjun and Linus, since I got copies of those. I can add like extra powers to them through the constellations, which are really good, really handy for their powers when I use them later on. So that's really good. And let's look at Bennett. So he's got firepower.
Wow. Where did that come from?
Looks like a normal mechanic. A good-natured adventurer from Mondstadt who's unfortunately extremely unlucky. Oh, well, that sucks. I might not be able to use him then. Maybe, maybe not. It depends on how I go with it. So he's from
Adventure
Mondstadt.
team, assemble!
I like his vibe. He's kind of like Amber here. Very optimistic, very energetic, like her. Got like a background of helping Mondstadt. Very like part of the team vibe, you know. So that's pretty cool. I like that. Anyways, let's now head to place where Zhongli is at and talk to him about what we just gone through, which is right here. Fairy lady.
Is there anything I can do for you two? I'm afraid that Wangsheng funeral parlor isn't in the best state to receive guests.
We've come to see Zhongli. Could you please tell him we're here?
Unfortunately, Zhongli isn't here at the moment. It seems he went to Northland Bank.
Why did he went there?
Doesn't the Northland Bank belong to the Fatui? Last time we saw Zhongli was before we went to the Golden House.
Wait a minute.
Do you think he doesn't know about the attack on Liyue? Visiting the Fatui at a time like this could only mean more trouble.
You're right.
We had better go and make sure that everything is okay.
Right on, Paimon. Let's go.
You call this cooperation between harbingers? Cooperation involves communication, you know.
What is going on?
Don't take it to heart, child. Besides, aren't you happy that you got to skip the formalities and bring chaos to the land? I'm sure you must have enjoyed that.
Why is Signora here? She's gonna have
it seems
troubles.
that some of your friends have arrived.
Hey, it's Zhongli and Child. And you're also one of the Harbingers?
I thought someone's at my door. Okay. Signora!
It's you two. I believe we've met once before. In the city of Bards, was it? I'm glad you still remember my name.
What are you doing here, and what do you want?
Ah, right. I imagine that it must have been rather hard to forget watching helplessly as something precious was snatched away from your friend.
Breathe. Just stay calm.
Well, if it isn't you two. This is our first time seeing each other since Liyue was nearly wiped off the map. This is certainly a bit awkward, wouldn't you say?
Paimon knew that we should never have trusted a Fatui Harbinger.
Oh, now don't say that. Sure, I may have misled you, but I never had anything against you personally. Besides, I thought we were getting along quite well together, didn't you? Except for that little tussle we had at the end. Nothing personal. We just have different views, that's all. Of course, you may very well hold this against me, but that's up to you. The real deceivers here are Signora and Zhongli. Curse them for leading me on.
Signora and Zhongli?
So actually, I think...
Stop wasting time, child. There'll be plenty of time to chat once I'm through here. You remember the agreement, Morax. Now, if you would be so kind. The Gnosis, please.
Agreement?
What in the world are you talking about?
Zhongli?
The contract is fulfilled. That which thou seeketh is now bestowed unto thee. For my promise is solid as stone.
What? What did you do? That's...
How sanctimonious.
Wait. So Zhongli is actually Rex Lapis?
What? So you're the Lord of Chiao? No, wait. That's an exciting twist and all, but why give the Gnosis to the Fatui?
I do not give it for free. I give it as agreed upon in the contract. For it is a matter solely between the Tsaritsa and I.
And why did you feign your death?
Yeah, you don't think you went a little bit too far with that whole fake death thing? Everyone was preparing the ceremony for you, and splat! This big dragon falls out of the sky, and all of Liyue goes into an uproar. Talk about a disaster.
Yeah, you could talk about a disaster, but this doesn't make any sense. Why is this all happening? And why are they connected to him?
Gathering all the forces that had been bubbling behind the scenes, and then stirring them together in a pot that was bound to boil over. That's what he wanted to see, am I right?
Wait, what?
Wait, hold on, what?
Perhaps it's best that I explain.
You better.
As you know, I've dwelt upon this world for more than 6,000 years. It is now 3,700 years ago that I founded Liyue, together with the Adepti. Even boulders that can withstand whirlpools will erode with the passing of time. I kept convincing myself that cracks had not begun to form, and that the end of my time had not yet come, until one drizzly day. As I was strolling along the harbor, I heard a merchant tell one of his workers, "You've finished your duties. Go ahead and call it a day." I stood motionless among the crowds, asking myself, have I already finished my duties?
Oh, Zhongli.
But as I began to consider relinquishing my divine role, I soon discovered that many reasons still remained to not hastily depart. Was Liyue, the city I had dwelt in for so long, already prepared to enter its next age? I decided that a test was needed in order to reveal the answer. So I feigned my own death, and gathered the cast of Child, the Adepti, and the Liyue Qixing to play their roles together on the stage that was Liyue.
So, were you satisfied with the finale?
Indeed I was. The Gnosis, which I had kept for so many years, suddenly seemed to have lost its meaning. That's right. Which is why I continued to safeguard the Gnosis until now.
So you mean that if the chaos ever reached the point of no return, you would simply appear and use your divine powers to bring Liyue back under control?
Of course, and it would have been all too easy for him too. Just as a child quickly matures after losing their parents, so has Liyue matured when faced with the death of its deity.
In the end, the resolution to all that has transpired was even more satisfactory than I could have hoped for. Take the Adepti, for instance. Owing to their years of seclusion, they were the least informed. Yet when faced with a crisis, they commendably showed the greatest amount of restraint possible. Not only did they manage to cooperate with the Qixing, but in the end, they even made efforts to understand the hearts of the people. Credit is also due to Signora, the emissary dispatched by the Cryo-Archon to fulfill our contract. At my request, she kept everything she knew in strict confidence. This despite the eavesdropping ears of her colleague, Child. This meant I could remain as Zhongli, even having the chance to fulfill the age-old traditions of Liyue in this mortal form. Thank you for joining me on this journey, traveler. All of these things turned out as I had planned. There is only one thing that I had not anticipated, and that was the conduct of the Liyue Qixing. I had expected them to do no more than the Adepti, to come to the defense of Liyue. But when all was said and done,
We disrupted all of your plans for that finale.
they seized the opportunity to supplant Liyue's divine protectors, and used the subsequent power vacuum left by my death to quickly gain complete control of Liyue.
Huh? That doesn't sound good at all.
On the contrary, I think it is excellent. I had always feared that it was too soon for them to take over from me. And it was also that which I longed for the most. As such, this is the best parting gift anyone could have given this god of old.
Hey, what about me? Doesn't anyone feel the least bit of remorse for deceiving me? You've practically kept me in the dark.
Well, you've got some explaining to do to get you involved with this.
I think that thanks would be more appropriate. You certainly played no small part in all of this, wreaking havoc and turning the city upside down. The Lord of Geo ought to thank you for your performance, if anything. If you hadn't created the pressure of a battle between mortals, adepti, and a god, the lump of coal resting in the hands of the Geo Archon, Liyue, would never have been able to become a dazzling diamond of a city.
Huh? Just whose side are you on, mocking me like that? Are you itching for a fight?
We were both equally fooled.
Be that as it may, you've come out of this as the hero of Liyue. I, on the other hand, will be forever prescribed as a disturber of the peace, no?
Well then, with the Gnosis in my possession, I have no use for such idle chatter. We should return to Zapoljarny Palace and seek an audience with Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa. Come, child.
Fine. I'll meet you there later. I'm not sharing a boat with the likes of you.
He definitely has a child personality in him, which is a little bit annoying. But not as annoying as Paimon, though.
Do as you wish.
I still don't trust Ignora, though.
Now then, is there anything else you wish to ask me?
I'd like to know what the Cryo Archon offered you.
Right! As Zhongli always told us, a good trade is a fair trade. Paimon has no idea what could be a good trade for a Gnosis.
Realistically speaking, there is no such thing.
What?
Huh?
However, I am the god of contracts. For thousands of years, I have made countless contracts. If the deal was of no benefit, then I certainly would not be inclined to agree to it. My agreement with the Cryo Archon will be the last of my contracts as the Geo Archon. My contract to end all contracts.
You mean...
As for the bargaining chip that the Tsaritsa used to balance the scales, uncover that answer for yourself in your future journeys.
So you left us with a mystery then? Well, that's just great. So now to know that he is Rex Lapis, and he's been making contracts behind our backs, and the fact that he was helping Lex Ignora and Child out too. So does he have a purpose or no purpose? What is his deal? I don't know. I'll have to think outside.
Today's the day of the rite of parting.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Although the star of the show is fake, we spent so much time trying to organize it, it would be a real shame not to go there now.
Yeah, it'd probably be best to visit there. But I'm definitely stumped on what was going on with Zhongli, Child, and Lex Ignora. We definitely found out about he was Rex Lapis and his fake death, and we also figured out why he was going through this. But some mysteries that he's left us is a bit irritating, bit confused on. Like, why did he give up the Gnosis? What was his purpose for that contract? And why is he saying that that's the last contract? Is that really true, or is there something more about it that could be what he's saying might be flawed?
Oh, well, since we're going through with this rite of parting, I guess it means that those rumors hit the nail on the head.
So Rex Lapis is really... But they didn't catch the culprit, did they?
Oh, come on. Do you think that the assassin could have been a normal person? You know what I think? I don't think any of the gossip on the streets you hear from those shady types is worth anything. There's only one real possibility in my mind. I've heard that the assassin was that Fatui fellow. Youngish, pretty high in rank. I think they called him Child.
The Fatui? They certainly are very suspicious. Who knows what those greedy, crooked folks...
Shh! Lower your voice. If the Fatui catch you in their sights, Rex Lapis won't be around to protect you this time.
Interesting talk.
You know that god from the ocean couldn't have just shown up out of nowhere. I mean, it's been 2,000 years since Rex Lapis subdued it.
Yes, and to think that this happened right on the heels of the incident with Rex Lapis, too.
Say, do you think the person who assassinated our lord and released that evil god might have been one and the same?
Now that you mention it, that's very possible. Yes, it's very possible indeed. I mean, it all fits together. That person must have colluded with the evil god to harm Rex Lapis. Oh, that wicked, black-hearted scoundrel. Still, what sort of supernatural prowess must this person possess to be able to do such things? I have never heard of such a person in all my years.
Ah, forget it. Guessing's no use to us. Look, the Millilith over there looks like he's about to make an announcement. Let's hear what the Ministry of Civil Affairs has to say first.
Alrighty then, listen to the Millilith announcements. They definitely have been making talks and rumors about the Rex Lapis incident and
Hear
the god
ye all.
incident.
The Chi Sing's words. Though a dragon soars ageless as the mountains, it too must return to dust. This is common knowledge. Gods and Adepti live glorious lives, but both light and shadow have their season. So too must they face divinely appointed trials. Rumors and hearsay abound on the streets that Rex Lapis was murdered. Now, let the truth be revealed. Having been thwarted in his trial, Rex Lapis's soul has recouped the celestial heights. He beseeches the people of Liyue to grieve not and to let not their hearts be saddened. Nor are they to believe street-born rumors or indulge in baseless speculation.
Paimon needs a translation on what the Chi Sing's announcement said.
They said that Rex Lapis wasn't murdered.
So that's how they're spinning it. Something feels off. Why would they suddenly give up looking for the murderer? Not to mention how this excuse sounds like something they just made up on the spot.
It definitely sounds weird.
Could the Chi Sing already have known that Rex Lapis wasn't dead? But Zhongli said that neither they nor the Adepti knew anything.
Maybe.
Did Zhongli tell them in secret after his gnosis changed hands?
That's possible.
Exactly, right? Ooh, seems like the rite of parting has been going on for a while now. Let's go have a look.
Alrighty then. Go to the side of the rite of party. Okay. Well, there's Ningguang, Keqing, and Ganyu, my waifu!
Look, it's Ningguang and Keqing. Are they saying something? Are there speeches over?
Okay, for some reason Paimon didn't mention about Ganyu as well. You are rude, Paimon. I'll have you that. Make sure you say her name later on.
As said previously, Rex Lapis's soul returning to the heavens is the end of the contract. And it is also the end of an era.
3,700 years of contracts burnt and reduced to ash.
We, the people of Liyue, were indeed prosperous. But blinded by our prosperity, we forgot that time can be pitiless.
The long, unending dream of our Archon walking among us.
Now that we have awoken from our dream, we must learn to say farewell. Will you stand with us as we re-establish our contracts? As we build a new age of prosperity?
So concludes the words of Her Eminence the Tianquan. Does Her Eminence the Yuheng have anything to add?
Huh? Is she looking this way?
I don't think so.
Traveler.
Yes, Keqing?
Yikes! She really is looking our way.
Is that the traveler who they say defeated the ancient god?
Okay, this is getting a little bit embarrassing.
So young.
A little bit
The
creepy.
Liyue Chi Sing always repay their debts. And as you have heard, our eyes see far and our reach is long. Name your price. You deserve that much.
Wait, what?
Whoa.
I mean, this is huge.
Well, could you help me put up some missing person posters?
Wait! My character's talking! What? When is that a thing? I've never heard him talk before. I've only heard him talk, like, at the beginning of my gameplay. Was that when him and his sister, split it. But now, hearing him talk now, that's a first in a long time. I guess. So my character's saying, well, could you help me put up some missing person posters? I mean, that's what my character's saying, so sure. Talk to the people taking part in the rite. Okay. What, wait. So is it all in this area? Oh, okay, so who should I, wait, talking to the people. Oh, so do I get to choose whoever is joining me? I guess. Well, let me talk to my waifu, Ganyu.
The cleanup of the premises, managing the crowds as they exit, making an account of the rite. There's much that remains to be done. I didn't miss anything, did I?
No, you have not, my lady. Oh no, I don't. Oh yeah, I did get to choose her. Nice. Let's talk to Keishin.
Why, you? Were you just trying to look cool earlier, or are you really that selfless?
Oh, come on. I think you deserve to help me out with this as well.
If you were looking for someone, you could have just told me that in private.
Oh. Is she alright then? And then, I mean, I would like to choose crowd, but I feel like Ningguang should be the last one to join us. I feel like all three of them deserve to help out because they're more important than everybody else, and plus they've done a lot to help protect the city of Liyue. So all three of them definitely deserve to join me in this mission.
Roping you in was possibly the most masterful move we could have made. I believe that future generations will say so too when our deeds come up for their review.
Well, there you go. Look for Zhongli at the scene. Well, hopefully those three will take care of the posters for us. I think that's how it's gonna go. Where's Zhongli? Oh, not far from here. What was I doing? I could just go over this way and fly down. No, he's right there. Jeez, I'm an idiot. There he is.
Hey, Zhongli!
I was just about to say that, Paimon.
Look at this. Everyone in Liyue is caught up in their emotions, thinking that they'll never see Rex Lapis again. And here you are looking all relaxed.
Why would I not feel more at ease after laying down the burden I have borne for 3,700 years? Right. If the two of you can spare the time, I should treat you to a meal at the Xinye kiosk.
Oh boy, here we go again.
Ha! That sounds like big talk, Zhongli. Paimon might have believed you if you were treating us to some third-round knockout, but you'd have to pay out your nose just to stand inside Xinye kiosk. Are you sure you can afford it?
You're right. I do lack the Mora.
Wow, Paimon got in there. But, hang on. But why would Morax lack Mora?
As the Rex Lapis Morax, I can easily create Mora.
Huh?
But since I have chosen to walk this earth as the mortal Zhongli, I should abide by the same rules that mortals do. When I was journeying with you, though I still had the Gnosis in hand, I knew that I must soon retire from my role as an Archon. So I had to rehearse a little for my new life.
Rehearse?
Oh, no wonder. Paimon gets it now. You didn't look at the price tags when we were spending because you've never had to. But since you weren't used to not being able to just make more Mora as and when you wanted to, you had to try becoming a parasite to society who lives off of other people's credit.
Well, we were only spending Fatui money. You don't have to say it like that.
Wait, what?
In the City of Commerce, we do not merely exchange money or goods. We also exchange knowledge, memories, and foresight, as well as positions, roles, and lives. The Archon Morax could never experience life as the true mortal Zhongli could, no matter how many times he descended to be with his people. I must thank you for that.
You don't have to thank me.
I will treasure the memories that I made as Zhongli, traveling the streets of Liyue with you.
Yeah, well, it was a fine journey.
That is true. But there is no journey that does not end. No meetings without partings.
That is true.
Paimon thinks that we should make a move and continue our search for the Seven.
Right.
I fear that continuing your journey may be difficult. The nation that neighbors Liyue by sea, Inazuma, is presently closed.
Closed?
Yes. The nation has been closed by order of its deity, the Electro-Archon Ball. And just as the people of Liyue preferred to call me Rex Lapis, she too goes by another name among locals in Inazuma.
Paimon thinks we've heard that one before. Raiden?
Raiden, yeah.
That is the case. And since Raiden is also the shogun of Inazuma, people call her the Raiden Shogun.
Huh. So she's the Inazuma Shogunate?
That said, though people at the wharf were saying that the situation in Inazuma is very tense, Paimon doesn't remember that always being the case. It wasn't that bad last year. Zhongli, since you're Rex Lapis, shouldn't you know something about what's happening there? Just how did Inazuma become a closed nation?
Yeah, that's right. Which also explains why I couldn't visit there myself, like, even if off camera. It's impossible for me to get to Inazuma, because I noticed it's through the seas, and I don't think I can make it there. It's not on the west side of the map, it's on the east side of the map, I know that. I just don't know how to get there yet.
It's because of visions.
Really?
Visions?
That could be it, but I'm not sure if that's true.
When faced with circumstances beyond their control, humans often bemoan their lack of power. But if a person shows true strength of will at a desperate and fateful moment in their life, the gods will look upon them with favor. This is what visions are. Magical foci bestowed upon those who have been acknowledged by the gods.
Uh-huh. That's how people in Teyvat see it.
But starting from last year, the Raiden Shogun began promulgating the Vision Hunt Decree.
Vision Hunt Decree?
Vision Hunt Decree?
Yes. It was an order to seize all visions within Inazuma's borders, and to inlay them upon the hands of the statue of the omnipresent god.
They want to seize visions. But why? Aren't visions blessings from the gods?
That's right.
I should think that in the Raiden Shogun's eyes, it is precisely because they are divine blessings that they should be under the sole dominion of divinity.
Whoa, that's harsh.
That is.
The Animo Archon is the god of freedom, and the Geo Archon is the god of contracts. For her part, the Raiden Shogun is the god of eternity. It seems as though she has finally decided to eliminate any unstable elements that could pose a threat to her eternal realm. The fact that even I, the oldest of the seven, have now passed away, will only strengthen her resolve to pursue eternity. Knowing her, she must have again quoted that adage she is most fond of when proclaiming that decree to her people. 7 ideals for 7 gods. And of these, eternity is nearest unto the heavenly principles.
Heavenly principles.
All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
There's 5 options I've got. I'm trying to figure out if I have only one to choose. So I'm looking at what could potentially be most important for me to ask or to talk about. So about the trial.
Ah, that was a good one. Failing a divine trial. How they came up with that excuse, I will never know. That said, the reason why the Qixing were so eager to resolve the incident
I should have went with Child. That would have been better.
Was indeed
be able
because
to get
they
a more
received news in secret that
story
Rex
behind the
Lapis was
scenes.
not dead. I hinted as much to the Adepti as well. How did I accomplish that, you ask?
Yeah, how did you?
Have you ever heard of this particularly convenient Adepti art known as gifting dreams and visions?
No.
All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
Oh, I can still choose others. What about Child?
Yeah, about that. Before the Qixing made their announcement, we listened to a lot of people talking on the way. Most of them put the blame for everything on Child.
These are indeed false accusations. But it remains undeniably true that Child did send people to the Jade Chamber to prevent the Adepti and the Qixing from defeating the ancient god. I've heard that Ningguang is busy milking that for all it's worth on the foreign relations front at the moment, browbeating the envoys of the Fatui.
Huh.
Ha. Those poor Snezhnayan diplomats. If it were not for Child's exalted position as a harbinger, I'm certain that they would have shifted all the blame to him and called for his dismissal by now. All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
As for the Liyue Qixing,
the time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for Liyue? Kuching is absolutely right in saying this. Now, though I did laud Ningguang's desire for power, believing this to be a good thing, and thought as a matter of course that she must have been behind the Qixing's plan to take governing power over Liyue from the hands of the gods and Adepti, could the original person who brought up the idea of seizing power have been...
You up to something, Zhongli?
All right then.
Oh,
Was there
dang it.
anything else you wish to know?
But he definitely left something. Now, about Mora.
That's right. Zhongli, now that you don't have your gnosis, what's going to happen to all the Mora in Teyvat? Since Morax is dead, are they all just gonna disappear? Also, isn't the Golden House the only mint in the entire continent? Will it even continue to work?
The Mora present now will not vanish. But the Golden House will indeed have to cease operations for a lengthy period of time, since creating Mora requires the use of the Geo-Archon's power.
This is terrible! We're all about to run out of Mora! The world is coming to an end!
Yes, this is indeed a major issue from a financial standpoint. Well, I suppose we'll just leave such troublesome matters to the Liyue Qixing to debate.
Typical that you would do that.
Then, did you at least set some private funds aside for yourself?
Oh, a private fund. This does seem like a good, logical, common-sense idea.
Didn't have to add that many words to go with ideas, only.
It's a shame.
What's a shame?
It's a shame that I didn't think of it at the time. All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
He's screwed. No, I think we've talked about everything, so there's nothing else for me to ask you about.
Well then, I suppose you'll have to find a way to get inside this closed nation. Have patience. I suspect that some serendipity must first come into play.
Alright then. I guess we'll have to wait for a perfect time then. So chapter 1, act 3 complete, a new star approaches. We finally completed the third achievement. On farewell, a teapot to call home, part 1. Talk to Madam P. Jane Chamber runs good to me. A lot of quests has been unlocked. Wow. And I think I see extras down there too. So I'll definitely unlock those a bit of off camera. Might not be able to show you guys the new quests. No, wait, actually let me look at the maps, see how many. Oh, there's 4 of them. We can go talk to each one of them. As long as I have enough time though. Okay, let's talk to him. Jai, I think that's how you say. It's just like they say. No matter how hard you work, there's always more to do. Something the matter? Now that the crisis has passed, things in the city have been gradually returning to normal. I thought that we might be able to take it a little easier once it was all over. Little did I know that on top of our usual guard duty and other day-to-day work, they'd have us helping out in other departments from time to time too. Sorry, my bad. All these little things add up to mean that we're actually busier than ever. I was called to help collect and organize some incoming paperwork, and then I had to patrol the city and settle an escort request from a merchant caravan. And on top of all that, just a few days ago, we received a report that there have been intermittent earthquakes near Nantenmen. We've sent someone to investigate, but they found everything to be completely normal. That doesn't mean we can afford to lower our guard though. This is an earthquake we're talking about, so we are still sending people to check on the area every so often. Unfortunately, however, we're very short-handed at the moment. Traveler, if you have the time, would you mind heading over to Nantianmen and taking a look for me? Sure. Thank you very much. I must be off. Duty calls. Well, thanks for that quest, Shai. Next one is, we'll go over here, and it's right above us. Oh, jeez.
What?
Feel free to look around. There's no obligation to buy.
Jifang?
We're looking for the Liyue volume of the Teyvat travel guide. Do you have it in stock?
Sorry, dear. We stopped stocking that a very long time ago. It just wasn't selling.
Huh? But the Mondstadt volume was so interesting.
Oh, that sucks.
The thing is, the author made it too personal, and the result wasn't really much of a guide. It barely sold any copies, and the few travelers that did buy it made complaints afterward.
Too much passion, not enough clarity?
Well, that's a shame. The Mondstadt volume was a good read, even just as an adventurer's diary.
The fact remains that I don't have it in stock. If you must read it, try your luck at Chang the Ninth's place.
Alright then.
Who's Chang the Ninth?
A book collector who lives in Qingse village. He's a complete grouch, but he will behave himself if the conversation is about books. He was a regular customer here back when he lived in Liyue Harbour, and I still send him the odd out-of-print book or two every now and then.
Did somebody say out-of-print books?
Who's there? It's him!
Is there a chance that Volume 6 of Legend of the Shattered Halberd is also in his collection?
That's Xingyu from somewhere up in Xing place. I don't know where he's from, but I definitely know that we have him and we've looked at him before. So we'll just play along and say we don't know him. So who are you?
Apologies, my liege. Where are my manners? My name is Sing Cho, a humble literature enthusiast who happened to be passing by. Since you and I are both in search of lost books, what say we travel together to Mount Qingse and pay a visit to Chang the Ninth?
Makes sense. Please, lead the way.
My pleasure, fellow book lover.
I mean, I'm not a fellow book lover. I'm just trying to collect some quests. Okay, looks like I've unlocked another quest.
Should we ask here if they have a copy of the Liyue volume of the Teyvat travel guide? It's super duper interesting.
Yeah, it does sound super duper interesting, but I don't have the time for it right now. I'm just going to quickly pick up all the quests, and then maybe I'll think about what else I can pick up. Wait, why is that still up? I just noticed that. Oh shoot! I must have accidentally opened up one of the other quests, and I didn't get the chance to talk to Xingfan. Sorry, Xingko. If that's how you say it. I need to talk to her. Guess everyone's interested in history now, eh? What's the matter? A lot of people have become interested in Liyue's history recently, and many of them have been coming to my store to buy books. In the past, it would take half a year to sell the few copies of Yakshas the Guardian Adepti that we had, so I stopped importing such obscure history books. But after the recent events that happened here, people from all over the city would come here to purchase history texts. These past few days have been full of customers who specifically wanted books containing Rex Lapis' stories. Who knows if they really love reading, or if they're just looking to inject a bit of spice into their daily chatter. Due to the surge in demand, I've almost had no time to attend to some special orders that we've gotten from old customers. I finally found the time to put together the books that two such customers wanted, but I'm too busy to leave the store at the moment. Could you help me send this copy of Verses of Equilibrium to Uncle Tian and this copy of Rex Incognito to Sentry Tian? I'll do it. Thank you very much. They must surely be growing impatient by now. After all, they placed their orders a long time ago, but I've only just gotten around to putting those orders together. With so many customers all of a sudden, I barely know how to keep up. Whoa, we've collected that quest. Finally I can move from there. I'll do that quest, like I said, another time, trying to rally up all the quests here in Liyue, and then end off the episode. Alrighty. Ugh, how am I supposed to write my thesis like this? What should I do? Are you okay? What? Oh, it's you. Do you still remember me? I was that, person you found in a treasure hoarder cage down in Lingju Pass. In any case, thank you for saving me. Oh yeah, I remember our running from our trip. What brings you here? Well, after being rescued by you, I went to look for Soraya at Wangshu Inn. By a stroke of luck, I was able to find her. Soraya is a really good person. Not only did she treat me to a meal, but she also helped me reorganize my notes. But she told me afterward that the topic that I chosen has already been the subject of many prior theses at the Academia. Unless I were to write an exceptional thesis, there's no way that I'll pass. She advised me to change angles. For example, I could write about something related to the elements. But since I don't have a vision, I can't use the elements. I have no idea where to begin. So there was nothing for it but to come to the city and try my luck and see if I could find any material here. Wait, when you saved me back then, you fought in a very unique manner. Do you have a vision by any chance? No, I don't. Huh. You can fight in that manner without possessing a vision? How can that be? No, never mind. It's a very long story, no doubt. Either way, I have something to ask of you. Could you demonstrate your manner of fighting to me? Perhaps I might discern something that can be used to refine my thesis. Please, help me out. If I don't finish this thesis, I'll be dead meat when I return to the Academia. Alright, sure. Thank you so much. Let's go outside then. I recall noticing a group of hillock trails around these parts. Show me your fighting style using them as your target. Alrighty then. We will do that next episode, like I mentioned already a few times. There's one more I gotta pick up as well, I think. Let me zoom in and check. Oh no, it looks like I collect all of them. Okay, good. Now I can finally finish off the episode. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you hit the subscribe button to help this channel grow. If you guys like these videos, make sure you hit that like button. If you guys have any other suggestions, make sure you leave a comment down below. Next episode, we're gonna now do more quests from other places. Probably do more story quests and hero quests along the way. And we can probably do like hangout events as well sooner or later. We're also gonna try and find a way to get to Inazuma at some point. We'll just need to figure out a way to get there. It'll definitely take some time to figure it out, but we'll definitely get there at some point. But until then, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.